welcome to my channel. My name is Emily and today I am in a different setup, but that is because my partner is in the other room playing a PlayStation game and I kind of just wanted to film these intro now rather than later. So I'm in this other room. Anyway. Even then, I'm not doing anything related to books, so this will be different. Getting off topic. So I am going to be trying to use watercolour paints for the first time. I don't really paint. I don't even though I've done some bullet journal spreads with paint, I'm not the biggest fan of paint, and I'm still, I haven't really learnt much about paint, and even whenever I was in high school doing art and stuff like that, paint was never a strong suit for me. I think I'd rather sit down and draw, but at the same time I was a shit drawer, so anyway, so I created this little artwork. It's based on another portrait that I'd made, well, not really a portrait that I made before. I was doing a paint and sit with a couple of friends, and we were trying to follow Bob Ross, and we had the wrong paints because we had acrylic paint. We didn't have acrylic paint. We had poster paint, which is pretty much like water-based but worse. Anyway, so that's what we were working with because it was cheap. We didn't want to spend an arm and a leg on oil paints to get Bob Ross perfection. You know what I mean? I created this picture from what I was given, and so I pretty much had the same mindset going into this picture, but trying to do it a little bit better. So that was my goal. Hopefully you enjoy this video. I'll be voicing over my thought process in painting. So yeah, and as you can see, I've already painted. So I decided to tape the side here onto a cardboard thing that I had previously, just because I saw that taping, I watched a couple of videos and taping it down, or at least both sides. So I couldn't do both sides, but I just decided to do one side. It helps with the bending of the page, and so that's what I decided to do. And I did try to wet the page first, but it didn't exactly work because I took my time going to every single part of the page, so it ended up just drying by the time I got to it. So I ended up just watering it as I was going, and you'll see that later anyway. But yeah, so this is a bit of a shitty attempt of trying to watercolor, I suppose. As you can see, I'm struggling to get the purple looking nice on the page. So I ended up, blending it with just water on a brush, which I think worked pretty well. And I just kept adding pigment onto the wet parts, as you can see. Yeah. And so I'm trying to do a sunset kind of thing, so that's why the purple is coming through on the top. Tried to do a bit of a gradient. I think it worked in some capacity, but I think in other ways I should have maybe tried blending it a bit more. You might think otherwise when you get to it, but I don't know. I'm just thinking what would have been better. Though I do have to say that my favourite part about this painting that I did is the sunset. And I think it's the best part I did with this, because when you see later, I kind of screwed up a bit. So yeah. God. But yeah, I think I wish though I added a little bit of black to blend in the top or the corners or something, just so it had some more dimension at the top. And I think I was trying to do that with putting more and more purple on. But yeah. Anyway. Then I decided to go for a dark red in here. Yeah, if I only dropped it onto the page because I was like, oh, it'll just be easy because I only need a little bit. And then I, went in back and put some purple in just to blend it out. So when I put red down, it would be better. Yeah, I think it worked pretty well actually, but you be the judge of that. I have no clue.
if you can hear any typing in the background. It's something I can't control at the moment in terms of sound, so yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, so I tried to wet the page again because I thought I'd do a whole green landscape, but I decided not to anyway. So I lightly put some green down, which, it worked. I, tried to blend it out, make it look seamless. But as you will see probably soon, that just didn't work out. But I do kind of like how I tried to line it perfectly, and I don't know if you're meant to do that with watercolor, but I feel like I did a pretty decent job doing it in this watercolor attempt. So yeah, and the hardest part with the watercolor for me personally was actually trying to get it so it looked like that a paintbrush hadn't gone through the page. Yeah, as you can see, I opened the green and it just went everywhere, so I had to kind of use as much as I could, so it pretty much just covered the entire page. So yes, I had to make the green a lot bigger, and yeah, I ended up having to I couldn't blend it because there was so much actual paint on there. So yeah, and it was flicking around, and I couldn't blend it properly, so it didn't look like that there was paint brushes, So I did try my best, but what I was given just didn't, work out. So I ended up trying to put some of the lighter green to blend it in a bit, to, try and get some dimension rather than one big thing of green. But it worked a little bit, but at the same time it was just adding more paint to the problem that was already there. So yeah, that was the problem with it. Alright, so well, the water was actually pretty good. I used the blue, and then I tried to put some of the purple and the yellow and the red and a little bit of white as well, because I felt like the blue would have been too dark, to actually try and mimic the sunset a little bit in the water. It didn't come through, but I feel like it did work in some capacity. So yeah, I don't know, I'm actually kind of impressed with what I did with this artwork, and it looks okay for a first attempt at the very least, is what I can say. Yeah, I'll put up a comparison photo between or a photo that I was trying to kind of copy. I painted this a while ago, trying to follow a Bob Ross painting, so yeah, that was pretty good, interesting. I thought adding some little drawn aspects to the painting would actually be really good too. So I tried to draw a little bit of a horse there, running in the wind, and then I drew a little girl behind, watching the horse run away. I was thinking about trying to draw a house, but then my self-confidence was no, you can't draw, so don't ruin this picture. So that was what I ended up doing, is just having the wires at the top, the horse and the girl, and a couple of birds. So yeah, and then peeling the paint, because voila, it is done.
Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content, comment down below what artwork would you like me to see me do. Like, I have no clue. Like, I want to keep practicing with different paints and stuff like that, so maybe if you give me suggestions down below or what you'd like to see, or maybe even say like what's your favorite like artist, and I'll maybe try and get some, you know, inspiration from there and try and see if I can, you know, follow their tips and tricks to see if it might work a lot better than what I did, because that was stressful what I did. I don't know. I feel like I really need to watch more of Journal with Tanish's video, so I'll make sure I'll be doing that in the future when I do these videos. And yeah, that's it from me today. Hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you later. Bye!